Welcome to the West Texas town of El Paso, the Sun Bowl, and home to the UTEP Miners, and it's always a pleasure to come out this way, and we're certainly excited about the game we have in store. What an exciting matchup we have in store for you this afternoon, built around the pageantry, tradition, and everything that makes college football great. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on a team from Conference USA, the UTEP Miners. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Sooners will kick it away to start. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Miners offense will take the first swing of the game. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Miners send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. So Oklahoma's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the... of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
And the Sooners in the hurry up. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Williams will pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. UTEP has the ball, the offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. There he goes. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. The Miners, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Yeah, and great job by the linebacker, understanding what to do in zone coverage. I drop, I take my steps. When that quarterback's feet get set, my feet get set, I break on the football. Nice break. Way to go break that up and swat it down.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Williams looking for a man. Throws for the tight end. Picked off. What a way to set him up. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wilson on the carry. Taking it the other way. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5.
Who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Miners. Looking for the tie with the extra point. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a run.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
He gets it all the way out to the 19-yard line, a pickup of 6. So 3rd and short from inside the 20. You convert here, and this drive takes on a different complexion. Williams will pass. Got his man downfield. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Got his man. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, They're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness, they got that speed, and he showed some of it there.
Lining up from the 34 on first down. This time they'll go to the running game. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Well, they've put themselves in a hole. It's 1st and 20. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They'll try again on second down after the incompletion. Looking to fire. That's caught. It's Wheeler. Pulled down for the tackle.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon in every single team.
Williams looking for a man. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. Sooners will punt it away on fourth down. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And that ball will sail into the end zone for a touchback. UTEP has the ball, and the Miner offense ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And it's a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous and you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
Grab near the marker. It's Tuggle. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
They'll run it with Wilson. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, you love to see that from the defense, right? It's like bend, don't break. They've given up a bunch of plays on this drive, but now that they're getting down close to field goal range, you're seeing them start to stiffen up there.
Yeah, and plays don't matter anymore. Yards don't matter. All that matters with these defenses nowadays is points and limiting them.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Makes the grab. Just outside the red zone. If they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. And the Miners come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Miners pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
Right on the money.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? No, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Looking for the goal line. They found a way to get in the rug, but he has stopped short, and it'll be 4th down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
They come to the line of scrimmage full of guts, passing on the field goal attempt that would give them the lead and going for the touchdown on 4th down. Touchdown, UTEP! The finisher, the exclamation point on that drive.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Caught behind the line. It's Tatum. Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Williams will pass. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on 1st down. He'll get rid of it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. Make the stop at the 40, but he's got 15 yards on that one and a 1st down. They just keep firing. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Now the play fake. This time it's complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in crease now. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Got his man. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering toward a score. And now a chance to pull even as we get late. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the 1st half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a stat that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for 2, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. UTEP has the ball, the offense, ready to go back to work. We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the 1st half. Throws to the wideout. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. And the Miners are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short.
42 Spider.
Wants to throw on 3rd. Caught near the sticks. It's Hobbs. They bring him down, but not before he gets a first down at the 35. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. That, friends, is a busted play. Incomplete.
Well, he's linked up with his quarterback 4 times in this first half. Finally, they're not able to connect on that one. I think the defense has just had enough. I think they've said, you know what? You can throw it somewhere else, but you're not going to get it to that guy. We're going to have coverage helping out on that receiver.
And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time, the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Unloads to the wideout. Fires the pass. Intercepted. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
And what a change in momentum. It looked like the offense was going to score points. Not only does the defense pick it off, but a great individual effort on the return, now setting their team up in field goal range to try and steal 3 points before the end of the half.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And they go back on top.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Tough to beat a good half of football in a great town like El Paso. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at one of the most picturesque settings in the game, Sun Bowl Stadium.
He'll bring it out. It's Tatum. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. They had this lead to start the 3rd quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Finds his man. It's Wheeler.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long games. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll try to pick it up on the ground. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Sooners will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes the sack. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Williams looking for a man. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
Well, he's able to make it easy after that catch, and I think his speed is something that just scares DBs to death. And you think about great Oklahoma receivers recently, guys like CeeDee Lamb, Sterling Shepard, Hollywood Brown. DBs gave them so much cushion because they were afraid they were going to get run by, and I think that's how defenses treat this guy too. With his speed and his playmaking ability, he scares you to death, and that cushion helps him out tremendously.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Grabbed in the middle, it's Wheeler. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. He's got him. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time it's a screen throw, and he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The Sooners back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Caught in the backfield, it's Keys. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They'll run play action. Looking for the score. Touchdown Sooners. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in the game.
From the gun, give on the inside. Breaks into the open. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. The Miners in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's first and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Here's the handoff. Breaks it past the marker. Gets him down at the 26. Big play there. Give him 15 yards on the gain, and they move the sticks. And the Miners kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Takes it back to the 26-yard line as they come up with a big interception there. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Behind the chains now on second and long. Off the play fake. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 10. Hey, we've seen this movie before. Lights, camera, action, just like Marquise Hollywood Brown, who went for 265 in one game.
And every year, the numbers change, the names.
He's going for the goal line. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one. At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Try to barge their way in. And he gets nothing. And this defense offense is not giving an inch right on the goal line.
Well, and you see the sense of urgency now going up, right, David, on defense. You're creating a negative play with their backs up against the wall.
Everybody's selling out to stop the run. Nice job being aggressive by this defense.
That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on third down. Fourth down and goal from the 3. The playbook is pretty much wide open here. Here's a heat. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! The offense puts up 6 for that trip to the end zone. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for it. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UTEP has the ball and the Miner offense ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Motion from the wideout. Trying play action. Throws to the tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Gets it out fast. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Miners racing to the line in the hurry-up. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed in himself. He knew he could get it, and they get the fourth down conversion.
And the Miners are moving quickly down the field.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hand.
That's in stride inside the 15. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. The Miners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to keep it in the air. He's got it on the run. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Going for 6. Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UTEP.
And the running back gets his second rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You can tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
And the extra point splits the uprights. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Snagged in the middle. It's Tees. Oh, he's got some space. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. They're going back to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Sooners now with a long way to go to pick up the first down.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Grabs it inside the 15. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. That one puts them in really good shape to get back on the right track and get another W. And another passing touchdown for this Sooner quarterback. He keeps this up, and he might wind up in that 100 touchdown club with Baker Mayfield and Landry Jones.
So many good guys that have had good days, but how about this day? I mean, fitting the ball all over the yard, just padding the stats, and you start mentioning guys like Jones, and you start mentioning guys like Baker Mayfield, that's Sooner pristine legacy there.
He'll start this drive firing. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
On third and long, try to convert through the air. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on fourth down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on fourth down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the pass. And it's knocked away, and they don't convert on fourth down.
There's not many play calls on the sheet to score a bunch of points really quickly, so you got to go for it here. I like the aggressiveness, but this offense continues to miss the mark, and they just got to score more points. They got to do better, right, Palmer? That's expert analysis. They got to do better.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Williams will pass. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And that last completion left them short of the sticks. It's third down. Caught in the backfield, it's Wheeler. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. And the Sooners will try to put one on the board on first and goal. Looking to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the stomping has commenced. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Miami is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 15 to North Texas. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. On the run, it's Hobbs. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And that was a pretty good run there for the offense. And listen, I know this game's over, but that's what this offense needs a little bit more. They need a little more balance, a little more easy second down situations with some positive runs on first down. They just need something to get them going, some kind of spark. The ground game might be it in the future.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
And the Miners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Turning it on. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. That's a great situation to try to run the ball.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground. Yeah, and a nice big pickup on the ground. Palmer could have used some of this earlier in the game. Are you calling runs at this point?
No, I'd be a little bit more aggressive, I think, throwing it. I think part of it right now is because the defense, they've got the lead big. They're just playing a little bit more zone, a little bit more prevent. They're fine letting this offense just chip down the field, but they're wasting time off the clock.
The Miners have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the back. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. The play action fake. He'll pull it down. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. They have just bloodied their nose on this drive. All on the ground. It's 1st and 10. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Miners! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And this connection is on fire to start the season. Not 1, not 2, 3 games in a row he's got a receiving touchdown. They continue to find the playmaker, and I don't think it's going to end after game 3.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They put the brakes on him, but a good return out to the 36. Well, points weren't the issue, guys, but they couldn't string together enough stops to get the victory.
Yeah, good news, bad news scenario, I guess. Good news.